What's happening, Canes fam? It's your boy CB, and we are back for my favorite segment on the channel, Huddle Watch Alongs with Recruits. On today's episode, I got a special treat for Canes fans and anybody else out there that just loves the trenches. If you love an offensive lineman that imposes his will on a defensive lineman, this is your episode, my friend. You have clicked on the right video today. 2025 three-star offensive lineman and Miami Hurricanes commit Demetrius Campbell is a beast. Coach Mirabal at Miami prides himself on getting athletic guys that are powerful with high football IQ. And Campbell has all those things in spades with the size and athleticism to be versatile at the next level and at the level after that. But you don't want to hear from me. You want to hear from the superstar himself, one of the I say nastiest in a good way. One of the nastiest offensive linemen you gonna see, Demetrius Campbell. How's it going, bro?
Sir, it's going good. How are you?
And not too bad. You know, we're enjoying some of this postseason college football, a little bit of Sunday football on. Before we get anything going, do you have an NFL team you root for?
You know, I'm from New England, so I gotta go with the Patriots.
Hey, okay. Y'all rebuilding, but it's looking good right now, though. Drake May.
All right.
They look like they hit on one right there. So the rebuild. Look, man, you're gonna have to take this year taking some losses. Y'all been winning for so long, bro. Just take the one mediocre year, and y'all gonna be back next year regardless. Because y'all got a quarterback now, so you're gonna be good.
Yeah.
So you got one door opening on one side, and I would love to get into that in a second. But before that, there's a door that's closing. What was it like having that last high school football game, and what are some of your favorite memories of playing high school football?
You know, obviously the last game was tough. I spent all my football years at OCP, so it was kind of tough having to leave behind my coaches. You know, I love Coach D, that's my guy, and yeah, it was hard trying to keep it together because I know I'm going on to the next level. So yeah, and then my favorite moment. It's probably last year, my junior year. We won. I think we won the district game, and then we had dumped the ice bucket on Coach D. That was fun. Yeah,
It's those little memories like that, right? That you're gonna carry with you forever. Like you said, the second I brought them up, you was just like, man, my coaches, man, I'm gonna miss my coaches. I like that too. You said, you know, you've been there for 4 years, so they've seen you grow. They've seen you grow from unrecruited to starting to get recruited to Miami Hurricanes commit. If I had to ask you though, what's the biggest difference between Demetrius Campbell that we see now and freshman Demetrius Campbell?
Well, I actually started playing football sophomore year. So sophomore
Really?
year, I was playing basketball my whole life.
Hooper, let's go.
Hooper for sure. But I played when I was like probably second, third grade, and then I had stopped and started playing basketball. So when I moved to Florida sophomore year, the biggest difference from now is probably just my aggressiveness. Really, I got way more aggressive. The lights was just kind of flipped on for me. I don't even know what happened. Really, it just happened.
Do you remember the moment, or was it a particular game? Was it a rep? Was it something where you even looked at yourself like, hold up, like, damn, I'm all right, I'm locked in. Like I didn't realize, but I'm locked in.
Yeah, I feel like after my sophomore season, I was just training every day, 2 workouts a day with my trainer, and then that spring when that spring came up, like the first practice, I had pancaked this one player on my team bad. His helmet came off and everything. I was like, oh yeah, this me now. I was like,
Yeah, all right, that's it. All right, I'm here. Like I'm him.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What was it? Was it difficult transitioning? Obviously, I know some of that stuff had to help. Your athleticism makes so much sense to me now. What was that transition like going from being a hooper, which is crazy because our y'all Canes fan, our star offensive lineman could literally shut down a star pass rusher and give us 10 and 10 on a court. That's pretty live. How much did those sports mix into each other when you were still learning your position on the gridiron?
I feel like it definitely helped a lot with all the footwork stuff, but I feel like it was also a little disadvantage because not being as aggressive, because basketball's not really
Not an aggressive sport. Yeah.
But definitely the footwork was a plus. I was able to learn kick step and all that really, really fast. So that helped.
It also probably helps you being in Florida with all these speed pass rushers, you being able to get out your stance that fast, having the quick hips, having the quick feet. That probably helped tremendously. Just having that other background, having that other athleticism and flexibility to lean on before the technique met up with it, you could still make up with, all right, like I know he ain't beating me around this edge though.
Yeah,
I guarantee you that. And you're not gonna bull. I mean, we sitting here looking at you. You're not gonna bull rush, bro, either. So I like that early. You could still rely on just some of those athletic things, but I also like that you said, but it was still don't get it twisted. It's still a transition regardless because it's still learning a new position.
yeah, for
And to adapt that quickly and then to catch the eye of no hyperbole here, two guys on a staff that take offensive line recruiting development probably more serious than anyone in the entire country. What was it like that day you got that offer from the Miami Hurricanes, knowing how much Coach Mirabal and Coach Cristobal coveted good offensive line play?
Oh no, it was definitely a crazy day. I think I got 2 or 3 offers in that span of 24 hours. So I was already like all the way up here. I was on top of the world right then. And then when I got Miami, I was like, oh yeah, that's a big one. I was definitely excited for that. I knew I was gonna be. It was definitely gonna be a top school from the jump as soon as they offered me.
Do you remember your first interaction with Coach Cristobal?
Ooh, I don't. I can't remember the first one.
Do you have one that sticks in your mind?
Actually, I think I do remember the first one. I went to the spring practice this past year, and me and my family, my mom and dad, we had went in his office and talked to him for a little bit. It was like we went in there. It was like he was family immediately. Just started talking about not even football. We just started talking about everything else. It was awesome.
You hear the same thing from everybody. They're like, when they meet him, you're like, yeah, but he's not just a football coach. Like he just knows stuff about you. It
Yeah,
talks, he
yeah,
builds that relationship as he's recruiting you. You hear the same about Mirabal, but then you hear how passionate he is about teaching you guys, about adding to your game. For young offensive linemen out there, for those of us that weren't recruited from Alex Mirabal, what is that like getting to build a relationship with a guy that's that passionate?
it's definitely awesome. He really makes you feel wanted and like a priority. And throughout the season, I could send him my film and stuff and be like, "Coach, is there anything you would give me tips on, or I could improve on in this?" And he would give it to me right away. So he helped out a lot.
He being a former teacher, you can tell he has that passion for coaching and for teaching. He be
Yeah,
giving clips and tips to people on Twitter who are not committed. He just, if you want some help, like it seems like Coach Mirabal is just, he's willing to help you out. That just tells you how passionate he really is. And it's not just him or Coach Cristobal too, because you got Pata on the offensive line as well. The staff is so deep at offensive line, and they really do pride themselves in development. So when we talk about that development, you look at a guy like Maui Noah, freshman All-American, second team ACC in his sophomore year. How much did seeing his success help you want to become a Miami Hurricane, seeing just how quick you can be developed and contribute to a 10-win football team?
oh yeah, it's definitely helped a lot because seeing how well knowing that I'm kind of sort of new to football still, it being my third year, fourth year back into it, being able to get developed by a good coach like that who has like the receipts of sending players to the NFL and having great O linemen is just it was another thing that just secured it.
It's hard to disagree with that track record, right? Because like we said on Sundays, you sit there, you turn on the Lions film, and you're looking at Penei
Yeah,
Sewell, you're going, all right, well, it's hard to disagree with the track record, and they care. And for those of y'all that are going, all right, I ain't seen this film yet, but if Mirabal loves him, I got to see this. Yes, you do. Bro, I have to ask you. I like asking every offensive lineman this because y'all all give a different answer. If I had to give you your choice, what's more fun for you? Dominating somebody on the run, just completely pancaking them, or when you know you got a really good pass rusher and you can shut him down?
that's a hard one, but I think
See,
I
yeah.
definitely think, I definitely think a crazy pancake is probably more fun. Just being able
Hey,
to impose your will on somebody, really.
you want to hear something crazy, bro? Every offensive lineman has said the same thing. They all say, man, that's actually hard. But then it's always, I'd rather just impose my will on somebody. I'd rather destroy somebody.
Yeah, for sure.
Then we see you get into the second level because you got the athleticism to get to the second level, right? But then when you do, bro, you punish people at the second level. How excited do you get when you get your hands on a linebacker or a safety?
Oh, definitely plays like this right here. It's like it's just gold. I get too excited when I see that dude right there. Boom. Yeah, it's just
So you said the aggression was something you had to work on, but you don't seem like you lack physicality or aggression. What was it in you that I know you said you had the moment, but do you remember what part of training or maybe what coach started instilling that aggression into you? Because when you watch your film, that's not something that I would think, oh, he struggled with aggression or he had to adapt to the aggressive side of playing offensive line. It seems like you were a natural at it.
I wouldn't say I really not necessarily struggled with it, but I feel like it was more I was trying to think about too many things at one time. So when my IQ got higher and I really understood the game more, I could really just focus on just dominating the person in front of me. So I
How
naturally
much
just
of that was film study? How much you feel like film study played a part in that evolution?
yeah, definitely a lot of film study. Me and my trainer, Coach Lynch, me and him, he would send me reels, send me film all the time, just things I could work on and how to read the defender, really. So that helped a lot.
Bro, bro. You absolutely destroyed this man.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
And this is what I mean by that, the agility, the smoothness, the athleticism, the pull to look like there's no wasted motion. Get out there and dog, there got to be another word for a pancake at this level. I don't know if it's a waffle or like what we're gonna call it, but you can't do this and it just be in the same category as other pancakes.
Yeah, that was definitely a good one. The crazy thing about this game right here is I fractured my wrist in like the second quarter, and I played through it. Yeah,
Did you know at the time? Obviously, you know you're hurt. Did you know how bad it was at the time?
I didn't know how bad it was, but this was the first round of playoffs, so I went to the sideline for three plays, got it taped up real tight, and just went back in.
Bro, okay, that type of mental toughness, that type of ability to tell yourself inside your head, "Nah, we not hurt. It's the
I
first
was
round of the playoffs. We can't be hurt."
yeah,
And to push
it was no
past
other
that,
choice.
where does that come from? Because that's not just football. That's a different level of mental toughness.
No, I really think it's just the will to win because I really didn't want to go home first round, so it's will to win, and definitely my parents too. They always told me you got to push through it. It's no you can't just be hurt.
Bro, that's a different type of look. Hey, yes, it hurts, but no, it don't hurt because I ain't going home.
Yeah,
I've made this decision that whatever hurting, it'll hurt after the game.
yeah,
It's gonna hurt, but it'll hurt after the game.
for
What I
sure.
love you said there though is it was your parents as well. They've always instilled that level of toughness and that idea of finishing.
Yeah.
What was that day like for you on signing day? Not just becoming a college football athlete, but for your parents and your family as well, getting to see this journey, getting to hear your dreams from your sophomore year on, saying, I want to play D1 ball. What was that moment like for you and your family when you signed on the dotted line?
It was definitely a special day because ever since I was young, me and my brother, he had like 30 offers for basketball. He went to Notre Dame and then he's at Howard now. So I saw him go through the process and everything. So I really just wanted to follow in his footsteps and keep the legacy going, if that makes sense.
Bro, that your parents there, they didn't hit 2 for 2 there. So I gotta ask. I know Big Brother got this answer, but I'm gonna ask little bro anyway. Have you ever been able to beat your brother in hoop?
I don't. He's 4 years older than me, so I was always a little younger than him. So I don't think I ever got him in that.
So you never got Big Bro.
Nah, I don't think
So,
so.
bro, being a Notre Dame commit, did he give you any mess about going to Miami?
No, not really, not really. He didn't give me no crap about it.
Because I know how them rivalries go. My wife is a Notre Dame fan, so
Okay,
for context, so I know exactly how that rivalry is. My dad is a Notre Dame fan, so and y'all play them next year, so I know exactly what that rivalry is like.
yeah.
For you
It's
in this class too, it seems like y'all all bonded fairly quickly. when it comes to recruiting, it seems like y'all were on more players than anybody, even us who feel like we cover recruiting. It seems like the second someone even sniffed an offer, y'all were all on Twitter. Y'all were all showing love, even to each other. What's that bond been like for that 2025 class?
um, well, and a lot of us know each other from a 5-on-5 team here in Orlando. So me, Max, well, not Max, me and Jaden, we played on the same team. We played against Max, and we're all from right here. So we already connected when it came to that. And then the DN Micah Newton, he played on that team too. So he was committed to North Carolina. As soon as he got that offer from Miami, I texted him. I said, yeah, it's about time to flip. Yeah, I said, what the right move is. A couple of days later,
What
he so.
what is it about you? Is that just that Coach Cristobal culture where the second y'all get locked in, it's like, all right, who we getting next? The
Yeah.
second one of y'all lock in, y'all start scanning like, okay, who next? Who on the bubble? It just seems like the second Luke, you, Jaden, it's that desire to obviously make Miami what it used to be and what it should be. But it's also, it just feels like y'all have a camaraderie, and it obviously because a lot of y'all know each other. But what is that? What is it about Coach Cristobal's culture and recruiting that makes you guys hit the trail just as hard as he does?
I think it's just when you have a coach that texts you every morning, make sure that you know that you're wanted and all that. It puts something in you, makes you want to work for him and do extra for him, just as he's doing for you. So
That's something else I did want to hit on too. That staff is known for not just recruiting, but building relationships and
yeah.
fostering relationships. But it's not just the people we see. We see Coach Cristobal, we see Coach Field, we see Coach Mirabal. But there are so many people behind the scenes. It takes a village when you land a recruit like this. It's not just one or two. Speak to the recruiting staff as a whole and how everyone made you feel like home, whether it was a visit, whether it was making you a graphic, and how this staff makes a player feel wanted.
It was just every day, every other day, they would always send me film, always send me graphics and everything. So it's like when other coaches aren't doing it, they're doing it. So they were always right here on my mind, front of my mind. So it's hard
That
to forget about
consistency
them.
is
Yeah,
crazy.
it's hard to let them drop in the race for highest score for me when they're always there, always talking to me.
What I love too about your film, so playing both ways, do you feel like that helped you speed up that football IQ on the offensive line, getting to see what guys want to do to you on the defensive side?
Yeah, I think it helped. It helped a little bit. I didn't think not too much because I didn't really play too many good O linemen, but it definitely helped seeing a couple of O linemen that were trying to do some things that I would look at myself as an O lineman and also try to do. So
And you talked about y'all's 5-on-5 team. For receivers, quarterbacks, DBs, it's 7-on-7 where they can get quality reps and where they can test themselves against some of the best skill players, not just in the state but around the country as well. 7-on-7 has gotten that big. That's what 5-on-5 is for trench guys. For anyone that's in the comments going, what is he talking about? Think 7-on-7 for trench bullies. How much do you feel like that helped your game evolve? Just playing and getting to see reps from Mekhi Newton, getting to be next to Jaden Wilkerson. How much did that help you evolve as an offensive lineman?
yeah, that definitely helped being able to go against quality guys and other top recruits. So that was good being able to see the competition and getting used to that. Also, high speed reps, slowing it down, and also we had probably one of the best O line coaches in Central Florida. He was our coach, so I got to train with him a lot. He helped with my technique a lot as well, so that was good.
What I'd love to is, bro, you shouted out or you've mentioned a few coaches from here. Anytime we start talking about technique or film or why was this successful, your first answer on a lot of these is, hey, coach so and so, hey, coach so and so. Go ahead and give a shout out. This 3-year journey has been amazing, not just from you, but for your family as well, and accomplishing the goal that you set out. as a sophomore, but there were so many people along that way that helped this journey. Give a shout out to some of those people that helped make the Miami Hurricane Demetrius Campbell a possibility.
Yeah, okay. So definitely my head coach, Coach D, when I stepped on campus, he told me, "Oh, you're not a basketball player. You're gonna come play football for me." So
Oh, he knew.
yeah, he said we're gonna have all the schools in the country looking at you. So he's definitely probably top two my all time coaches, and then Coach Lynch, he's my trainer. Bunch of 5 a.m. workouts with him every day, two a days. So couldn't thank him couldn't thank him enough. So he really helped me through the process a lot too. He played in the NFL, so he had a lot of ball knowledge for me. And then Coach Mavity too, the 5-on-5 coach, he gave me a lot of technique and a lot of connections as well. He knows a lot of coaches. And then I mean, there's too many coaches. I don't know. It's more, but Coach Scott, another O line coach at my school, Coach Scott, and then uh, old man Coach Lynch, another Coach Lynch. So it's a whole bunch of coaches that I got love for. But those are the
Shout
main
out
ones.
to everyone that's helped build this monster that we get to benefit now at Miami. For shout out to all of y'all. If
Yeah.
I had to ask you for if a young offensive lineman, whether on your team or on the 5-on-5 circuit, if they asked you, "Hey, how do I become a D1 athlete as well? I'm a sophomore, I'm a freshman, and I'm looking at, man, I want to be the next Campbell." What would your advice be to a young offensive lineman?
Really, I would just say don't get complacent. You have a little bit of success, you got to keep going, put your head down and grind. You're never too good to put in work.
That's fantastic advice. That's probably the best piece of advice you can give a young player is just because look, you rivals 24/7 on three people like me, everyone's going to tell you how great you are constantly, but I
Yeah,
love that the idea is just don't get complacent, prove those people right. Don't worry about proving everybody wrong. The people that are in your corner, work to prove them right, work to prove yourself right. Just don't ever rest on any success you've had because it can always get better. So now I
yeah,
got to ask my favorite question, Campbell. It's my favorite question I ask recruits because y'all go through so much. Early enrollees mean that you're probably doing twice the school work that most of us would have ever done while we were in high school in a single year, missing out on really important things like birthday parties and friends outings and proms and dances. It's staying up late, it's studying, it's 5 a.m. workouts, like you said, it's two a days, and these are outside of the school. So he still has the workouts with his high school. What is it like on those days when your body can't no more? After that wrist injury, when you wake up and your body is sore, you're tired, you can't go no more, but I still got to get it today. I still got to grind. What's that why that keeps you moving on those days when your body probably tells you it can't?
I think it all goes back to the work ethic that my parents instilled in me. Uh, it's never like I'm not hurt. I got to keep going. So it's that, and also I just want to make a name for myself. How my brother, he made a name for himself. Is that, and then I can't be. I have to be successful. I'm not going to allow myself to not be successful. So I always got to push through the rough days and make it happen.
That drive is tremendous. You give that drive to anybody and they can accomplish anything, but you give it to someone who has elite skills, and then we see what we see before us. That's the kind of drive my dad used to say, bro. People with that kind of drive could be the elite bankers if they wanted to. Like they could be elite painters. It doesn't matter what you decide to do. If you decide tomorrow, like, okay, football is cool, but I want to like do professional jumping jacks, you're probably gonna be elite at professional jumping jacks just because of the way you approach everything. You won't let yourself fail. Damn what anyone else says, damn anyone else's expectations. You set far enough expectations for yourself that you're gonna make sure you hit. So yeah, if tomorrow you said I'm gonna be a barber, I fully believe, man, he probably gonna have like a chain of barbershop somewhere in about 10
Yeah,
years. He probably gonna be elite at this just because of the way you approach it. I say it all the time. You can't build an elite roster without elite players. It doesn't work that way. You can't win without winners on the
yeah,
sideline. This is how Coach Cristobal continues to build an elite culture with players like you. When you bring in guys that demand the best from themselves before anything else is demanded from them from an outside source, that's how you get something special. So listen, for all them coaches out there, y'all did a great job. Mom, dad, y'all did a fantastic job. Not just elite on the field, but elite off of it as well. Look, Canes fans, I know we're all super excited. We cannot wait to see you in the spring. Can't wait to see you on Green Tree. I will be out there for the spring game. So when you hear somebody screaming your name, don't freak out. It's me. Uh, I wish you nothing but good health and success. I know everyone's gonna ask me. So where can they follow you at on Instagram and Twitter so Canes fans can keep up with you, not just the workouts heading into the spring, but when the spring happens too?
Yeah, my Instagram is dcamp DCAMP.72, and then my Twitter is Demetrius Camp 06. So DEMETRI.
Y'all go follow, bro. I'm gonna put both of those links down there and his huddle as well. So for those of y'all that are like, yeah, but let me break down the huddle, watch it game by game. If you're like, I want to see more of the defensive tackle, I'm gonna put the huddle down in the description. So all you got to do is click it. Bro, thank you so much for giving me your time and congratulations on accomplishing the first step of the dream. 3 more years, next step of the dream gonna be hit. I cannot wait to see how you develop and ball at Miami, bro. I wish you nothing but good health and success.
Yes, sir. Thank you for this opportunity. It means a lot.
Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe. Y'all go follow bro right now. Do not wait till y'all see him pancaking people in the spring. It happens every time. Y'all gonna slide in my DMs and say, who's the one that you interviewed? Go follow him right now. Do not wait. We out.